The premise of the story, that a superstar creator earning a reported $7 million a year lost her entire business overnight due to content so shocking that even the Blue site wouldn't host it, is absolutely true. In this industry, the public expectation is that massive success grants you carte blanche, total freedom to post anything, total protection from platform rules, and an endless stream of cash flow. But the reality is a complex web of agency pressure, a brutal escalation rates for clicks, and a final career-ending decision made by an algorithm and a corporate legal team. We're talking about the saga of Bonnie Blue, the content creator whose brand was built on pushing boundaries until the boundary pushed back. The news broke on June 14, 2025, per the Hindustan Times, that Bonnie Blue had been permanently banned, ending an income stream she claimed was bringing in over £600,000, or roughly $750,000 US every single month. The first question you should have is, what content was extreme enough to trigger a lifetime ban for a top earner? Second, why did a creator with such a high-earning account take such a massive, calculated risk? And finally, how did a platform's corporate policy override the enormous amount of money she was generating for them? We're going to answer all three, starting with the most shocking evidence that proves this wasn't an accident. It was a coordinated, high-risk business move. The chronology of the final strike and the PR risk. The most shocking realization is the tight timeline of events that immediately preceded the ban. It reveals a desperate final push for publicity that went one step too far. The ban, announced in mid-June 2025, was triggered by a plan for a graphic 24-hour live stream and the public description of a provocative, highly interactive extreme challenge event. But this was merely the culmination of a year of increasing extremity. Just 6 months earlier, in January, Blue made a widely reported claim about breaking a world record for intimate encounters in a single session. Before that, she was banned from a major football stadium for a provocative on-site prank. Per the Hindustan Times, the platform had already issued warnings over previous stunts, which suggests her account was already flagged. The common belief is that the platform simply saw the most recent stunt and decided to act. The reality is that the agency and the creator had been playing a dangerous game for months, testing the platform's terms of service with each successive high-stakes claim. The moment the extreme challenge concept, or more accurately, the public promotion of it, crossed the line from sensationalism into a public safety and policy liability, the platform had to act. They were not banning the content so much as protecting themselves from the legal and media fallout of the public promotion of that content. A platform spokesperson later confirmed that content involving extreme challenge and simulated non-consensual acts is a clear violation of their acceptable use policy. For a creator to lose a reported $7 million a year, the infraction had to be one that jeopardized the entire site's banking relationships and corporate valuation, which is a common concern as major financial firms continue to scrutinize adult platforms. So, to answer our first question, what content was extreme enough to trigger a lifetime ban for a top earner? Not the content itself, but the public promotion of a stunt that explicitly and undeniably violated the platform's core policies against graphic, extreme, or potentially exploitative material. This leads us to the heart of the why. The agency contracts that demanded escalation of the career into a series of escalating media stunts. The mainstream story focuses on the controversial nature of the content as the main driver of the ban, but the true root of the problem lies in the creator management dynamic that forces escalating shock value. According to a report from The Sun on the day the ban was confirmed, Blue's monthly earnings were a stunning £600,000. When an account generates revenue at that scale, it almost certainly operates under a sophisticated management agency. And these agencies do not sign multi-million-dollar creators to produce standard content. This is where the first major receipt comes in. While the terms of Blue's specific contract are private, investigative reports by Rolling Stone in January 2023 regarding a lawsuit against a major management firm revealed standard clauses demanding consistent and rising engagement through newsworthy content. This type of vague but legally binding language, which is common in high commission agency agreements, effectively forces the creator to take bigger risks. The underlying reality of these contracts is that an agency taking a percentage cut of 50% or more, which is standard for high-level management, doesn't just need content, they need headlines. They need stunts that go viral on mainstream media to drive new signups. Per a leaked DM shared by an anonymous creator on X on May 1st, 2025, a management firm reportedly told their client, "Engagement is flat. Find a public angle. We need a six-figure day, not a six-figure week." This internal pressure confirms the business model. Controversy is treated as an essential, high ROI marketing channel. The agency's commission becomes so lucrative that they are incentivized to push the creator to the brink of the platform's rules, viewing the eventual ban as a predictable, though unfortunate, end of life for a highly optimized asset, which can then be parlayed into a new platform launch. The financial payout for this section is the realization that the initial success itself was a form of trap. The creator's fame was leveraged not to maintain a comfortable baseline, but to justify an aggressive, highly profitable, and ultimately unsustainable level of risk demanded by those managing the business side. This wasn't a solo mistake. It was the inevitable conclusion of a business model that treats controversy as revenue. The loophole: corporate policy overriding $7 million. This brings us to the core business question. How did the platform override a $7 million account? The simple answer is that the site's acceptable use policy, or AUP, is legally and financially more important than any single creator, no matter how profitable. In this industry, the platforms make 20% of everything. This means Blue's account was generating approximately $1.4 million a year for the platform. This is a massive number. However, reports from 2021, when the platform initially attempted to ban all explicit content, confirm that their decisions are ultimately driven by the demands of their banking partners and payment processors. Per a courts report from July 2022, financial service firms like credit card companies and banks hold the ultimate power. When an account gains high-profile notoriety for content that even flirts with lines related to safety or explicit challenge content, it becomes a severe reputational risk for the entire platform. The loss of one lucrative account is a small price to pay to maintain relationships with the financial institutions that process billions of dollars in payments. The policy is built to be a corporate defense shield. Therefore, the ban wasn't a simple content moderation decision, but a high-level, cold financial risk assessment. The cost of losing a $7 million creator is less than the cost of potentially losing access to the entire global payment network. The agency's strategy of maximizing shock inadvertently triggered the platform's ultimate self-defense mechanism. This answers our third question. The platform's policy wins because it is a proxy for the power of major financial institutions. The aftermath, the spin and the denial. In the aftermath, the public-facing narrative immediately shifted to damage control, which gives us a vital look at the creator's mindset. Upon confirmation of the ban, the focus was immediately placed on moving to an alternative platform and leveraging the ban itself as a new source of publicity. This is a common pattern in the industry. Controversy is simply content. The initial response, per statements on social media, was to position the ban as censorship, the creator being victimized by corporate rules. This narrative, however, is a classic PR move designed to maintain fan engagement and migration to the next venture. But the agency involvement suggests a calculated decision to push past the known policy limits, viewing the ban as an acceptable cost of generating a viral, high-attention headline, which they successfully achieved. For a creator whose brand relied on being an outlaw, the only way to retain that image was to be publicly executed by the system. And the agency knew that. The real cost of an overnight ban. The final point is the long-term impact that goes beyond the immediate financial hit. A high-profile, policy-based ban has secondary effects that can poison a future career. Losing the main channel is one thing, but the platform also issues a digital footprint that follows the creator. This ban severely hampers the ability to work with other mainstream platforms, even for non-adult endeavors. Mainstream social media sites and potential brand partners have sophisticated vetting processes that flag creators terminated for policy violations from major subscription services. According to a legal analysis published on Creator Law Review in August 2025, a termination for a specific policy violation related to extreme challenge content is considered a higher risk factor by large advertisers than a simple copyright strike. This ban essentially stamped the creator as too high risk for large-scale, family-friendly brand collaborations or advertising partnerships. The $7 million income stream didn't just stop, the entire pathway to diversifying her career was significantly choked.
Ultimately, the Bonnie Blue ban is a cautionary tale for anyone seduced by the easy money narratives of the creator economy. The reality is that the management agencies operate as venture capitalists of shock, and the creator is the single point of failure. The game of escalation is a zero-sum game, and the creator is always the one who loses the platform access when the game ends. The platform always wins because their terms of service allow them to cut off the liability the moment it threatens the larger revenue stream. The creator received the ultimate payout, maximum short-term fame, and a lifetime business restriction. The story of Bonnie Blue proves that in the adult industry, the biggest risk is not the content you film, but the business contract you sign and the platform rules you choose to violate. To understand the deeper hidden contracts and the manipulative pressure that forces creators to this point, you need the inside track. Check out the Velvet Rope Industry Secrets playlist linked on your screen right now. We break down the agency manipulation, the contract loopholes, and the legal battles that creators like Bonnie Blue don't talk about. Click the playlist and I'll see you on the other side of the velvet rope.